Hi everyone, Joe for Jaspy's Case Breaks on eBay Live. Here we go. On a Wednesday, November 5th, a giant 5-case break, 2025 Panini Impeccable Baseball. All right, so we are recording this and uploading this to YouTube, so there's the list right there. If you're watching on the eBay app, you can tap the center of your screen right there. That'll clear out the comments, so you can just see a clean list right here. So first we'll go through this process. All right, so this is for the 5-case player break. We got 8 pages right here, so thanks everybody for bidding on all of these players. Congrats to the winners. And as I mentioned before, if for whatever reason we forgot to sell a player and that player appears, then we will auction it off in the chat. Jake, you just bought a... Oh, thanks. No, it will not happen now because I'm obviously doing this Impeccable break, which was previously scheduled. So that takes priority over personal boxes, but I will rip it after this break, whenever I finish it. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I'll do it after. Just want to make sure I get all this on the recording. Here's page 5 of 8. Right, Hama is right. Thank you, Hama, for helping. Yeah, I think most breakers will... I don't know how this got into the spreadsheet. Obviously, we don't have Lions or Lakers in here. That's for a different break. But yeah, most breakers will not interrupt a ongoing break for a personal box. Maybe some do, but most don't. I guess we got some other break. I downloaded the spreadsheet, the report for this, and maybe it pulled in some other breaks, but obviously Spurs aren't in here. That'll be for a different break later tonight. Oh, that's why the player number looked a little different. All right, anyway, last page right here. All right, Zach Veen, Zebby Matthews back there. All right. So that is for auditing purposes. So I will have the spreadsheet for the break up right here so I can quickly search for teams. Here we go. This is very exciting. I'm a big fan of the Impeccable. I like Impeccable Baseball. I like the design. There's case hits in here. Good looking cards in here. So I do like that. And a player break? We don't do a player break too often. And you're telling me I get to do 5 cases of Impeccable Baseball just back to back to back? I love that as well. So, good luck, everybody. Empty box. We got some blanks. We got a case hit down here already. Let's get a little more volume on my Lakers game here. They're hosting the Spurs. Wemby. Oh man, I've ripped a lot of these boxes. I've not seen a gold bar, not yet. Maybe tonight is the night. All right, so we're going to start off with Cooper Pratt to 35. I'm going to set those aside over here. Roman Anthony, 25 out of 60. Carson Williams, 29 out of 99. And your hits. All right, first one is a redemption, and it's Chuck Knobloch. Chuck Knobloch. And that is going to be for... That's going to be for Rick Touring, 46, who got the Chuck Knobloch. All right, thanks, Hama. Hopefully, maybe we got time to get that break done tonight, so maybe we will. Actually, let me use this blank card right here with the Jaspy logo on it to slow play the hits a little bit. Here is Ryan Clifford. That is 7 out of 99. That is indeed old school. That is indeed old school Chuck Knobloch. I think played for the Yankees. I don't know what edition that is going to be, but didn't he had the Yips for a little bit? Ryan Clifford is going to go to Ryan is 61. Here is Chase DeLauder. That is 16 out of 99. Chase DeLauder is going to go to Adco. Thanks, Adco. You haven't watched baseball in 30 years. How have you managed? I don't know if I can go, if I can go more than 30 minutes without some baseball in my life. 18 out of 25, Mark Burley, Immortal Ink. Mark Burley, that's going to be... It's going to be for Go Blue. And here is Ryan Sandberg. 5 out of 5. Rhino. Out of 5s and under, get the train whistle, ladies and gentlemen. The world famous train whistle. Rhino is going to go to Joko, who got the Ryan Sandberg spot. There you go, Wes. All aboard the Big Hit Express. Whoop, whoop. And, ooh, look at that. That's James Triantos, 5 out of 5. Batting glove. Let's see who has James. James Triantos is going to go to C.H. Woj. Nice. Got these slider boxes handy for those super thick cards right here. And another train whistle. All aboard the Big Hit Express. Woo woo! All right, box 1 done. Got tired of watching the Braves being the best team all... Oh, that's true, in the 90s, yeah. Oh, Braves have knocked out a World Series since. I'm a Raiders guy, though, so I'm like, man, if I was a Falcons fan, I could at least say, hey, we went to the Super Bowl. The bar is pretty low for me as a Raiders fan. All right, so there should be some base cards here. All right, there's Slade Caldwell to 99. We got Carson Benj to 25. And Luke Keyshaw, 48 out of 99. Man, as a Raiders fan, I take that. Here's Dalton Rushing, 10 out of 99 for the back-to-back world champs, the Los Angeles Dodgers. Who's got Dalton Rushing? We might play into more of... Might do better next year. Dalton Rushing. That goes to Will Carr. With Dalton Rushing. Nice. Here is Walter Yannick to 25. That's a nice patch in there. Who's got Walter? Walker Yannick, by the way. That's Itzel. Here's 11 out of 25 watercolors. Noah Schultz. Man, I love this. Love this Impeccable. Noah Schultz also goes to Etzel. I do like that watercolor look. Nice look for Impeccable. Here is Cliff Lee, 7 out of 25. Timeless Moment, and I think we accidentally spelled Cliff Lee's name wrong. We added a Cliff Lee. But that goes to 657. You still found him. Obviously, here's the advantage of a player break. If there's a player that played for multiple teams, you would still get all of those. And Cam Smith, Canvas Creation Signatures. Redemption, that is for Old Rocket. Cam Smith. And we got Joe Tinker. That's gold. Wow, who called that? 1 of 1 gold. 14 karat. Woo! Man. Actually, we do have these blank cards. I don't want this card rattling around too much here. All right, there we go. I'll put a couple blank cards on the bottom here. That's a 1 of 1. Let's see who got it. I think Rigger, was it you? Yeah, you knew the gold was coming. Man, buy a lottery ticket. The 128, the ONE 28, got the Joe Tinker spot, gets the 14 karat gold. 1 of 1. All aboard the Big Hit Express. Woo woo! That is awesome. I have to set that one up. We'll do a recap of everything towards the end, but at the end of the break, but I want to set that aside for, gotta snap a picture of that one. No Jonah Tong yet. But we're only 2 boxes in. This is our 3rd. So thanks everybody for picking their player. Appreciate everybody getting in on this. Don't forget to save us as a seller. And you could find us on YouTube. So here's what we're doing is we are recording all of these breaks, and we're going to repost them, or we're going to upload them to YouTube. So that might be a little bit easier for people to find. And a lot of people are used to us uploading videos on YouTube anyway. So that was a request from a few people, and we thought that made sense. It's Jacob Wilson. Jordan Lawler to 60. And Dante Nori, 90 out of 99. And we have auctions going pretty much every night. So go check out our selection of stuff and give it a try. 85 out of 99. A nice color in that window. Carter Johnson, Miami. Carter Johnson, that is going to go to Upstate Cards. Here is Sean Sullivan, 28 out of 35. Let's go to the S's. Sean Sullivan, that is going to be for Zacchaeus. Nice canvas creation. Here's Immortal Ink, Andy Van Slyke, 10 out of 25. Remember that outfield? Was that Andy Van Slyke, Bobby Bonilla, and who am I missing? All right, so here is actually a situation where I don't think we sold, right, Bonds. How could I forget Bonds? Probably because I'm a Dodgers fan. I don't think we sold an Andy Van Slyke spot. We did not. So here, guess what? Here's what I'm going to do. This is going to be kind of fun right here. You ready for this, Jason?
Yeah, what are we doing, bro?
Andy Van Slyke. It's going to be auctioned off. Andy Van, because we didn't sell him. Andy Van Slyke for 2025 Impeccable.
So now you're guaranteed a hit.
Correct. And any other future Andy Van Slyke.
Possibly more.
What? Oh. I don't know where that is. Andy Van Slyke for 2025 Impeccable MLB 5 case. We're going to. We got over 50 people in this room, so guess what? Dollar auction. Dollar. It's going to start at $1. T-Bone says 100% he was listed. Well, I don't see. And it might have been unsold then. So someone might not have purchased it. Actually, yeah, there are a couple. You know what? We'll cross this bridge when we get there, but I think Bobby Miller was the only other player unsold on this list. Oh, that's only 2 players. That's still pretty good. All right, but now you know you're guaranteed this Andy Van Slyke. All right, starting the auction in 3, 2, 1. So you'll get this Andy Van Slyke plus any other future Andy Van Slyke's that may pop out of here. All right, here's Scott Rowland, piece of the lumber. I don't know what the Andy Van Slyke's worth, but it's that one plus any future Andy Van Slyke's. Scott Rowland is going to go to Etzel. We got a Bobby Witt Jr. Nice. 2 out of 35 on the Bobby Witt Jr. Oh, the Van Slyke's going for more than I thought. I know Bobby Witt Jr. sold. That was one of the big players on here. So you already got one, Montana. Congrats. It's a good looking one, too. And then we got a Skeens plate on the bottom. All right, and that Skeens is going to be for... Who won the Paul Skeens? That'll be for Jonah. John A, 5345. And Jacob Steven, thank you. Paid for. Andy Van Slyke is yours. So that, the one that we pulled and all future ones are for you. All right, case 1 done. Lupa, yeah, maybe we'll find a silver for you in the in this next case here. We did find a gold in that first case. I mean, if we found 2 golds out of these 5 cases, I'd be thrilled. You want to take Bobby Miller, Royal? Yeah, you know what? Not sure if Bobby Miller was going to go for more than a couple bucks anyway, so you want me to auction? I can auction that off right now. It's only 2 players weren't accounted for. I mean, it didn't sell, so anything over $1, I'd be happy with. For 2025, Impeccable MLB 5 case. Let's do a dollar auction. Create listing. No, every player does not have gold. I think that gold is a fairly limited checklist. All right, so Bobby Miller is going to be auctioned off right now. 3, 2, 1, go. That very Bobby Miller could be a comeback candidate next year. All right, Royal Giant got it. All right, you officially got it. Thank you. All right, onwards. We got Connor Griffin to 99. Dylan Cruz to 99. Franklin Arias to 60. And Gabriel Gonzalez, 6 out of 25. Extravagance autograph. That'll be for Marbar. Right? Too many names on this list here. Yeah, Marbar with the Gabriel Gonzalez. Check. Redemption is Ralphie Velasquez. Ralphie Velasquez. Ralphie's going to go to Rigger. On the board. $67 out of 99, Tommy White. Tommy White's going to go to, whoa, this is terrifying. It's going to go to Kaiser Soze. Kaiser Soze! Scary. Terrifying. We got 55 out of 99, 3-color patch and auto, Christian Campbell. Nice Christian Campbell's chunky soup. That's going to go to... It's going to go to Stinger. There you go, Mark. And Jacob Mizorowski. That's nice. 5 out of 10. 3-color patch, an autograph. Jacob Mizorowski. Who got him? That's going to go to C.H. Woj. Nice. Congrats. Nice low number on that one, too. And we've got James Wood, 1 out of 6. Fielding gloves. That's pretty sweet. Just one off the train whistle. James Wood goes to W. Little. Nice. Now, no Pete Rose yet, but we still got a ways to go. All right, another box. Slide that plate off the bottom as well. The plate is Leo DeVries, 19 out of 99. Should have a few base cards right there. There's Braden Montgomery, 90 out of 99. Got Mike Schmidt, 11 out of 35. And old Christy Mathewson, 7 out of 99 for the New York Baseball Giants. All right, your hits. Here is Owen Hall, Indelible Ink. Owen Hall. That's going to go to Zacchaeus with Owen Hall. Here is Jace Bowen, 34 out of 35. Extravagance. Jace Bowen. Pirates Jace Bowen. That is for... Marbar with Jace Bowen. I was looking for J-A-C. No, it's J-A-S. I'm looking, it's all alphabetical, but I'm just like, where? All right, there you go. How about some timeless moment? That's Benito Santiago. 9 out of 25. Giants edition of Benito Santiago. I don't remember a Giants edition. I remember a San Diego Padres edition of Benito Santiago. Benito Santiago, it goes to Grain. There you go. Classic old school catcher there. Here's Boggsy, 12 out of 35. Yankees edition of Wade Boggs. You would also get Red Sox edition of Wade Boggs as well. And Rays edition of Wade Boggs. That all goes to Rick Turi. All editions of Boggs will be for you. And Jackson Churio, 11 out of 99. We'll give it 2 colors right there. We got a little yellow peeking there. Who got Jackson Churio? That will be for the sauce. What if none of the players hit? That is definitely going to be a possibility for a lot of people. If none of your players hit, then unfortunately you don't really get anything. I think we do send like a little consolation prize out to you, like a pack of something. But yeah, if none of your players hit, that is the risk. All right, there's Cliff Lee to 99. There's Deion Sanders to 35. And Jackson Churio to 25. Here's J.D. Dix, 89 out of 99. 3-color patch and auto. This Dix is going to go to Shipley. Ryan Waldschmidt, 16 out of 25. Canvas Creations. Perhaps Dix's future teammate. Are they playing together? I think one of them is still in the minors. Ryan Waldschmidt is for 657 cards. Here is Nolan Shanuel, 24 out of 35. Nolan Shanuel. That's going to go to Chris. Certified 7 and 8. Those are scheduled for tomorrow, Jeremy. There's George Lombard Jr., 9 out of 10. Nice low number there. I think the item description should give you a date and time for that break. The times are all approximate, but around there. Rick Turi with the George Lombard. So any auction break that ends, usually the break will be the following night. We want to give people, close to 24 hours to bid on some other teams, combine the shipping, blah, 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 and, give them time to pay for it, et cetera, et cetera. 64 out of 98, Sammy Sosa. Slamming Sammy Sosa. Who's got Sammy Sosa? That's going to be... It's going to be for Ryan. And then we got some silver. That's Walker Yannick, 23 out of 25. Rated prospect. Some fine, fine silver. And that's going to go to Etzel. All right, another case down. Another case to go. 3 more cases to go, actually. Spurs up 33-26 on my Lakers. 10 minutes left in the first half. Some Dodger players were at the game tonight. Royale Giants, your first break ever. Where can I find your break schedules? In your item description. If you go to the item description, you'll know what time your break is starting, and then I'll usually have the nightly schedule pinned in the chat so you know when your break is coming up. But it's all in your item description as well. And there should be a stream link in your item description as well. And that'll take you to the stream, the scheduled stream, and so you can set a notification or something like that. And the replays are there as well. All right, Roman Anthony, Stainless Stars, 30 out of 99. And here, and then just some blanks right here. All right, first box of the third case. Barry Larkin to 99. Tommy White, 9 out of 10. It's a nice low number there. Pee Wee Reese to 99. And we got a Brock Porterhouse Steak, 89 out of 99. 2-color patch and auto. Brock is going to go to Peanut. Got who won? Brock Porter. Nice. Congrats. Next is Ty Floyd. Looks like, what, 10? 1 out of 10? Flips that way. 1 out of 10. Ty Floyd, indelible ink. Ty Floyd will be breaking the bangers. I like that. Here's Todd Frazier. 3 out of 10. Impeccable lumber signatures. Todd Frazier is going to go to Etzel. Couple more here. We got Robin Yount. Cooperstown, impeccable signatures. That is, looks like 91 out of 99. That's Rigger with Robin Yount. There you go, Rigger. And back here is Charlie Condon, 14 out of 25. That's a nice patch for that Rockies prospect. Sunwood with Charlie Condon. Congrats. Get some more top loaders here for myself. Okay, box 2. Rob, no, there will not be any more certified tonight. If you look at your break schedule or your item description, it should say that it'll be for tomorrow. So I think those auctions just ended tonight. And auctions that end tonight will go off tomorrow. I think these are just blank cards. Okay. All right. The top prospects in baseball. Connor Griffin, 12 out of 25. Got a redemption down there. Here's Kobe Mayo to 99. Dylan Cruz to 25. And a Travis Bazzana to 35. Here is Moises Ballesteros, Canvas Creations, Hollow Silver. Hollow Silver, away! That'll be for Roboys. $13 out of 25, Brock Wilken, a Brock Lobster. Upstate with Brock Wilken. James Tibbs, 14 out of 35. Giants edition of James Tibbs. He's on the Dodgers now, actually, by way of Boston. It's kind of crazy. Sunwood with Tibbs. I wouldn't mind seeing Tibbs maybe try to get a fourth outfielder job out of spring training. Maybe even a starting outfielding job. Here's Luis Angel Acuna to 25. Nice patch in there. Luis Angel will go to... We'll go to Jake Hay. And we got some Johnny Bench. Nice. 80 out of 89. Like that bold autograph there from Johnny Bench. Who's got Johnny? That'll be for Ryan with Johnny Bench. All right, final box of this case. And then 2 more cases to go. And then I know someone got a personal box. If that person is still there, we will do that personal box. And then at 9 o'clock Pacific will be another jumbo basketball break. That's number 7. That auction ended last night. And after Jumbo 7, that should bring us to the final hour of the show, and we'll have more time for personal boxes after that as well. We got certified personal boxes loaded up, so those would be a lot of fun to do to close out the night. It's Hagen Smith, 10 out of 99. Don't forget to save us as a seller. Check out our other auctions. We're uploading videos of our breaks on YouTube as well. So go to our old YouTube channel, Jaspy's Case Breaks. Roman Anthony to 99, you'll find all that stuff. All right, we got Kevin Alcantara, 67 out of 99. What are the Cubs going to do this offseason? Are they going to re-sign Kyle Tucker? That's Row Boys with Kevin Alcantara. Are they going to doesn't look like they're going to re-sign Shota Imanaga. Here's Walter Yannick to 99, 28 out of 99. Walker Yannick, that is. I keep saying Walter, right? Walker, that's for Etzel. Yeah, it'd be a shame if they traded, Cam Smith to the Astros to get Kyle Tucker, only not to re-sign him. 7 out of 10, PJ Morlando. PJ is going to go to Rigger. Nice. Big Ant, thank you. Appreciate it. We'll get to that as soon as we're done with those. Should be fairly quick. Here's Christian Moore, 23 out of 35. Christian Moore is for Peanut. Jim Thome, 24 out of 25. Cleveland edition. Cleveland, this is for you. And Timmy with the Thome spot. And the big silver piece is Trey Savage. Rated prospect, fine silver. This guy's going to be good for a long time. 3 out of 25. Dodgers couldn't do anything against him. Slider box up that one right here. Who's got the Trey spot? That'll be for On My 20. All right, 2 more cases to go. Yeah, that's good for the hobby, Royale. That is good for the hobby. Him making some high-profile teams look silly. Making future Hall of Fame hitters look silly. All right, case 4 of 5. All right, Robin Yount to 99. No, not yet, Turb. Not yet. We just cracked open case 4, though. Good luck. There might have been a Pee Wee Reese like base card, but nothing significant. Out of 35, Ethan Salas. Kobe Mayo to 99. And here's Cam Caminiti, Illustrious Ink Hollow Silver. Oh my God, there's Kaiser Soze. He's always watching, always lurking. Cam Caminiti is for Kaipa. Blake Burke, 97 out of 99. Nice patch, Blake Burke. Blake Burke's going to go to Archie Sports Cards. Enrique Bradfield Jr., 14 out of 25. 3-color patch and autograph. That'll be for Bergie, 15 with Enrique Bradfield. Here's Christian Campbell, 19 out of 25. We saw Christian Campbell in another case earlier. Stinger with Christian Campbell. No Jonah Tong yet. Here's Eddie Murray, 16 out of 25. Eddie Murray walks off game 3 with a single. Cleveland. Cleveland, this is for you. Eddie Murray T-Bones with the Eddie Murray. And we've got a out of 6 Johnny Farmello fielding glove. Not sure if that's the gamer, but that's still pretty cool. Johnny Farmello, picked up by Junk Trump. All right, another box. Good luck, everybody. Right. All right, 51 out of 99, Jace LaViolette. Here's a James Tibbs, 28 out of 60. Here's a Pee Wee Reese, 3 out of 25. Just this many left right here. Chop Shop. These boxes in that case. That's it. All right, Dalton Rushing. 9 out of 10. Dalton Rushing is going to go to Wilcar. J.D. Dix. 5 out of 55. Some Dix going to Shipley. Hey, the good thing about Impeccable Chop Shop is all it takes is like one out of Impeccable that'll cover all those players. So play to the whistle. 63 out of 99. And the Noble Meyer. It's very noble. 3-color patch and autograph. That'll be for Junk Trunk. Here is Chris Sabo. Love the goggles on Chris Sabo. That's 40 out of 93. Highlighting his, 3 Grand Slams? Nice Chris Sabo. Who's got Sabo? That's Archie Vaughn with the Sabo. Here is Jim Thome, 15 out of 25. Cleveland, this is for you. And Timmy with the Thome. Ooh, rated prospect, fine silver, Nick Kurtz. Damn, 9 out of 25. That is some fine silver. Your presumptive AL Rookie of the Year going to Cardsick and Nick Kurtz. Congrats. Yes, sir. All right, box 3 of case 4. Braden Montgomery, Stainless Stars. Big Bryce Eldridge, 20 out of 60. He's got to be like 6'7", right? He's a big dude. 17 out of 35, Matt Shaw. This guy kind of led the AL Rookie of the Year race for a little bit. Jacob Wilson, before some injuries. All right, hits. Here is Sean Sullivan, 4 out of 10. That'll be for Zacchaeus. Here is Ty Floyd, Indelible Ink. Ty Floyd, that'll be for Breaking the Bangers. Bang! Here is Robin Ventura, 60 out of 99, Immortal Ink. Robin Ventura. Will be for Toad. Toad the Wet Dive? Toad the Wet Dive. Remember the old 90s band Toe the Wet Sprocket? 44 out of 99. Wade Boggs, Rays edition of Wade Boggs. We saw Yankees edition a couple cases ago. And now here's Rays edition of Wade Boggs. That's for Rick Turi. No Miggy yet. And Paul Skeens, 71 out of 99, 3-color patch, and on-card autograph. Who got Skeens? That'll be for Jonah, 53-45. This is the kind of stuff we want to see out of here. Final case coming up, ladies and gentlemen. Fingers crossed. Start throwing up some prayers to the hobby gods. Thanks for bidding. Thanks for getting in. That's it. Lakers up by a point now. A couple minutes left in the first half against the Spurs. It's a good test for the Lakers. All right. Good luck, everybody. Final case, Mike Schmidt. James Tibbs to 99. Ooh, Kenton, all rise time. Is this a sign? Here's Aaron Judge, 14 out of 35. Maybe. Good luck. Here is Dylan Head. Canvas Creation Signatures. Hollow Silver. Away! Dylan Head, Marbar. Blake Burke, 21 out of 99. Blake Burke spot going to Arky Sports Cards. Here's some Colson Montgomery, 22 out of 99. Colson Montgomery goes to Etzel. Nice patch in there. I feel like he finished the season strong. There were a few players on that White Sox team that finished strong. Another Christian Campbell, 30 out of 99. That goes to Stinger. And a piece of the lumber, 29 out of 49. Or 29 out of 40. Impeccable lumber signatures, Eddie Murray. I know we had the Eddie Murray already. Yeah, T-Bones with the Eddie Murray. Ooh, look at that. 1 out of 6, Ethan Salas. That's a piece of the hat. Ethan Salas, that is going to go to Etzel. All right, last 2 boxes. There's Dante Nori, 83 out of 99. Jace Young, that is to 25. And Augustin Ramirez, 7 out of 35. All right. Canvas Creations, Owen Casey, 20 out of 25. That's going to go to Roboys. Malcolm Moore, 41 out of 99. 3-color patch and auto. Malcolm Moore in the middle. That's for Etzel. Noah Schultz, 17 out of 35. Extravagance autograph. Noah Schultz, Etzel. Here's Gary Sheffield, 31 out of 99. Impeccable Lumber Signatures, Yankees edition of Chef. That's for Etzel. Wow, he's heating up. He's on fire. Way to pick him. And an Ethan Salas, 30 out of 99. 3-color patch and autograph. That's for Etzel as well. From downtown. And whoa! Wow! 14-karat gold Lou Gehrig. 2 golds in 5 cases. Damn. Lou Gehrig. That is for Etzel Chang. Go buy a lottery ticket. And pick your numbers. Because you pick these players. That is awesome. It's a 1 of 1, of course. All aboard the Big Hit Express. Woo woo! Last box coming out. That's pretty nice stuff. Pretty nice. We're heating up here on eBay Live. You know, bid on our future auctions. Get into some breaks. And I'll do my best to pull you some heat. All right. Final box of this 5-case break. What a break. Christian Campbell, 99. Stainless Stars. Trey Savage to 35. James Wood, 41 out of 99. Ooh, piece of candy. And Yachty here as well. 53 out of 60. All right, and your final set of hits. Listen, thanks everybody for bidding on all this stuff, for joining our break, and for supporting us. We appreciate it. Got more off. Save us as a seller. Hope you do. Save us as a seller. And check out our future auctions. Here's David Shields, 5 out of 99. 2-colored patch and auto. David Shields, that's going to be... It's going to be for Etzel. Man, good run here. Here is Max Anderson, 17 out of 25, taking it to the max. That'll be for Dallas. Dallas has Max Anderson. All right, a few more here. We've got Jace LaViolette, indelible ink. Jace, I know we had Jace before here. That's gonna be for Etzel. Way to pick him. Way to bid on him. Way to win him. Two more here. We've got Rays Wade Boggs, 29 out of 99. That'll be for Rick Turi. All right, last one. Good luck, everybody. Fingers crossed. Last one is Jacob Wilson, 88 out of 99, 3-color patch and autograph. He might win a batting title someday, the way he hits. Jacob Wilson, picked up by B-Rock, 35. There you go. I got you at the very end, B-Rock. All right, there you have it. That is the break, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, everybody, for bidding on all of these players, for watching the break. Save us as a seller. Find the replays on YouTube. We're going to start doing that now. And here is a quick recap. I guess we'll go from the first towards the last. Yeah, sorry, Real, but appreciate you. Thank you for trying. A lot of great stuff here. Keep looking at our auctions on eBay Live. You know, maybe we'll try some more of these player style breaks. It seems like people liked them. You know, we'll have some team breaks up there. All the different sports, football, baseball, basketball. Maybe we'll sprinkle in some hockey. The nice Bobby Witt Jr. here. Maybe we'll sprinkle in some hockey, some soccer, especially with a World Cup year coming around. So keep your eye out for all that fun stuff. I think we're breaking on eBay Live 7 nights a week. You'll see me here. There's Chuck Knobloch. See me here 5 of the 7 nights a week. So more often than not, you'll be breaking with me. If I didn't get you this time, I hope you... There's nice Paul Skeens there. If you didn't get anything this time, maybe join a future break, and let me try to make it up to you. Oh, that Nick Kurtz silver was really nice. Rated prospect. Gotta set them. Maybe snap a picture of that. Might be a hold on that Dalton Rushing. Yeah, I think sometimes when you do like, you know, Nice You Savage. Sometimes when you do like 5 cases of this stuff back to back, then you start noticing, oh, maybe there's some more duplicates than you would maybe like, but I think there's enough different stuff here too. Nice Solace, Gary Sheffield. Love this Impeccable. Big fan of it. Big hat patch right there as well. And then plus a ton of the numbered base cards there. And of course, man, Nick Kurtz fine silver. Remember that Joe Tinker 14 karat gold? And then, of course, this is a monster right here. Lou Gehrig 14 karat gold. That's it, folks. Thank you very much for bidding, for joining us on eBay Live. Find us for the next one on eBay Live. I'm Joe, and I'll see you next time for the next break. Bye.